I'm just sharing my screen.
Okay.
Ah, um, so this is the script. Yeah, this is the script. I have prepared one more script because that day, not the response was not proper. So this is the script, and here in this, we need the original recording log, right? So I'll be just importing it. So yeah, this is the original log. The other day, we saw this J session ID we had correlated, and with the J session ID, we have also dealt with the source page ID and the FPI. Okay, in the same way, we have to search in the other transactions or other requests to see if there are any more dynamic values. So this is the fourth transaction. In the fourth one, this is a get request, and here it is cats. When we go on to the application, we have to select any one of the pet, right? This we will be dealing once all the dynamic values are done. Um, this is the once the main pet is selected, the sub one is to be selected. This also will look into it, and this is a unwanted request, so I'll just delete it. And also here also we have to correlate it. The same thing in the proceed to checkout. See, there is no such value that have to be dealt with, so it's done. In the continue, these are all the information, the card type, credit card, first name, last name. All this is to be given by the user, whoever is doing the transaction, and but these all are given by the user, hence they have to parameterize. The correlation and parameterization are different. Correlation is to be done to the values which is given by the server side, whereas parameterization is done to the user given values. These all values are given by the user. Hence, these are not to be parameterized, correlated. These are to be parameterized. But this at the bottom, both the source page ID as well as the FP ID, whatever I have highlighted, these again come from the server, not from the user. Hence, we have to correlate it again. So let us deal with this value now. I'm just copying it as we have discussed the other day. I found it in a 52nd request. So I have to find in the previous one, and the previous one is a 51. So I'll just go into the original recording log. Um, Go to the 51 response data. If I paste it, see, this is the value which we want. Right? So the same way, something from the left hand side, the value as well as the right hand boundary. Just copy it. This time I'll directly go into the regular expression tester and we'll change it here itself instead of going into the notepad and doing this stuff. See, there are again two matches, 1-0 match, and any match which contains zero have to be ignored. And out of the 1, 1 and 2, 1, we have to select which is our value. Our value starts with V5. So again, our match value will be 2. So once the match is found, what we do, we go into the request where we have found the value, where we have tested the regular expression, that is 51. I'll go here and again add post processor regular expression extractor. So I'll just copy the expression from here, go here and paste the regular expression. And the template is $1 as there is only one group. The match is 2. Default value is not found. And this name is what C underscore source page ID. As there are two source page IDs, I've already done one. So just to avoid the confusion, I'll give source page ID 1 because there are 2 values in the script with the same name. I'll give the same name here also. Now, regular expression is created, it is tested, extractor is added, all the values are being given. Now I'll just replace it in all the places by clicking on Control F. After clicking on Control F, in the search label, I will have to paste the value, and here I will have to give the name of the variable which I have created in the in the syntax, that is $, curly braces, and inside the curly braces, the name has to be given. Whatever the variable name I created, that name. With the source page ID 1. Yeah, it is replaced. But it is replaced. Okay. So as you can see, it is replaced. Here also, will have to do the same procedure. In the 51, I'll just go to the text mode, response data. Value, left-hand side, right-hand side. Copying it and going into the regex texture. Here also, I will have to do the same thing. Remove the whole value. The match count is again 2, I guess. Yes, it is starting with YH. So the match count is 2 again. Now what I'll do is I'll just copy it. The other day also I told you why I'm doing this. I'll just copy it and pasting it. You understood, right? Why I'm doing this?
Yes, I understand.
So I'll just copy the expression FPID. This whatever this blue notebook kind of icon is there, that is used for saving. So any change you do, you can just click on this so that the work gets saved. So again, clicking Control F. So to replace in all the places. Yes. This is also replaced. Now all the values have been correlated. All the dynamic values, that is the J session ID, 2 sets of source page ID and FPID. Now coming back to this is cats. So we have to select from the application, from whatever options we have to select one option. So I'll just quickly open the application once. So out of all this, the user has to select anything randomly. So we can parameterize this. So for parameterization, what we need to do is, I'll just quickly open a Excel sheet. Parameterization is nothing but dealing the values, whatever the user is giving. So I'll open a Excel sheet. I'll just give a random heading, maybe select it, the name of the request only I'll give. Uh, then I will have here I will have to mention all the values, whatever options are there for us. Whatever options we have, those all the values, I will have to mention it here one by one. There is fish is the first one. Then comes dogs. Then comes cat.
So, parameterization happens only by Excel, or are there any other ways also?
That we can either do it in Notepad or Excel. If doing it in a Notepad, the extension is .txt. If doing it in the Excel, then CSV.
Okay.
So just give a heading and then give all the options, whatever are available for us, and then save the file which is created. Same name I will give here also, and the type would be comma separated, comma delimited, that is CSV. You can just select the path. So here I'll be saving it. Now I will have to import the file which I have created into the JMeter. And that I will have, for that importing, I will have to add one more element. So I'll just go into the thread group, add. From the add, I'll go to the logic config element. In that config element, I will add something called the CSV dataset config. Okay, in that CSV dataset config, there is a file path for the file name. There I can import the file. That is select.csv. This is the file which I have created just now. So I'll just import it. Right now, what will I have to do is wherever this is there, right? I will have to parameterize this. I will have to replace the name using the syntax. The syntax is same. Whatever we have used for the correlation, I will use the same syntax here also. Just the name. That is dollar, and this is, parameterization, right? So p underscore is to be used generally. So I'll just copy the name and save it again. So I will have to give the same name here. Save. I'm just saving it. So what I've done is I've just created a CSV data set. The Excel sheet I have opened. I've just given a column name and have given all the options which are available for us. Saved it with .csv. You can also do it in Notepad by giving the extension as .txt. Then in the JMeter, I will have to import CSV dataset config, browse the file name, and in the request, wherever that value is to be considered, just replace the value with the column name, whatever you have given in the CSV dataset. Now I'll just
What in case of a text file? If I am giving input from the text file,
okay.
what should I select from the thread group?
It's the same thing.
Like
No
in this
matter what txt, no matter,
CSV.
yeah. CSV or .txt, the same CSV dataset config you have to use. The element will be
Oh,
same.
so CSV dataset will work for text file as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, got it.
So with one user, I'll just run the test and let us see what the user picks. So yeah, before running, I don't know if I've told you, before running, this element should be disabled because this will be overridden by the result.
How to disable? What you did for disable?
Yeah, there are two ways. Either you can press Control T on the keyboard or this sign, just beside the minus
Oh.
sign. See, it's
Hmm.
enabled now. If I click again, it is disabled. Or you can also use Control T for that.
Hmm.
If I go into the select pet, it is choosing fish, right? the first one is fish in the the sheet we have created. So the
Right.
first user is picking fish. Now what I'll do is I'll just run the same thing with two users. Okay, okay, wait. I'll just so the first one has selected fish. The second user, whoever it is there, it is selecting dogs. See, the first one is fish, the second one is dogs. So the users will select the value one by one. The first user will be selecting fish. The second user will be selecting dogs, cats, reptiles, and the birds. So on. And then after five users are done, the sixth user will again go to fish. So each one will be selecting one by one in whatever order you give. So that is how
Okay.
the selection is done. And now in the CSV dataset config at the last, right, there is recycle on the end of the file or stop thread on end of the file. So what happens if I give recycle on end of the file as true means once the user selects birds, right, the sixth user will again go to fish. If I give it as false, the test stops at five users.
Okay. So it will start, it will not restart from the first. It will
First,
stop at the last record.
yes.
Okay.
It will not go back to the first one again.
Got it. Yeah.
Mm. So that we can just try it. In this case, what I'll do is I'll just give one and I'll run it for infinity. I'll not give any loop. So let us see. And there are two, here there are two symbols, right? One is the brush, first brush symbol and two brushes symbol. If I just click on one brush symbol, what happens is the data, whatever data is there in the listener I have selected, only that gets vanished. That is, if I am in this view results tree, right? And if I press on this single brush icon, only this element data will be cleared. Okay, understood?
No, this part I didn't get.
Okay, okay, I'll show you. So let me
Hmm.
import it again. See, there is some data in this view results tree, right?
Okay.
And now what I'll do is I'll just run for one user so that I'll get some data here also. So if I click on a single brush, only this data will be eliminated. Not eliminated, it will be deleted.
Okay.
The data in this view results tree will be there. See, it's gone. But in this view results tree, this data is present. Let me run
Hmm.
it with one more user now. Now what happens if I click on double brushes? This is will be anyways gone. The data in this CSV, in this element, in this view results tree also
Okay.
will be deleted.
Hmm.
That is how it works. Let me import it again. So yeah, in the CSV dataset config, I have given recycle on the end of the file. I have given it as false. So let me run it. Here also I have to change to infinite. It is failing.
Why is it failing?
There is some combination that has to be, this has to be given to in that case. Yeah, now it will work. See, the recycle on end of the file, if I give us false, uh, it will not come to the first one, the first value again. And stop thread on end of file, if I give as true, it will stop at birds. both of them, there is a combination which is to be given there. Both of them, yeah, I'll tell you. If the recycle, I'll tell you clearly. If the recycle on the end of the file is kept to true, after the last value is used, the first one is used again, as we have seen previously, right? If
Yes.
the value is set to false, then when the last one is reached, that last one only is used for the sixth, seventh, and so on users every time.
Okay.
See,
It will, so last one will get repeat for the next
yes.
all.
See, for the first 5 users, first one fish, second one dog, cat, reptile, and birds, fifth user is done. And from the sixth user onwards, only birds will be used. That is a recycle on the end of the file. Now, if I give stop thread on end of file, if kept to false, nothing will happen. If I kept it as true, the test will stop after the last value is reached. You understood, or there is a slight confusion?
Yeah. I understand now.
Yeah. So just give us false because I don't want it to end. So yeah, this is how the CSV Excel sheet is opened and created. Not only CSV, we can also use it in TXT, that is Notepad. The same element is used no matter what the extension and no matter what file is being used.
Okay.
So this is how it is done. We have, but what may happen is, see, it's not a compulsion that only these 5 values will be there, right? If they want to, they can remove a value from the database or they can add a value to the database. For suppose they can remove fish and then we will be leaving left with only 4 values, right? If they want to add one more variety of a pet, then we will be having 6 values, six set of options for us. Then in that case, we will have to, what we say, we will have to update our sheet as well. So our sheet should be according to the or depending on the whatever options are available on the website. So every time we are running it, we have to open the website, check what are the values are there, see if anything is updated, removed, added, and then we have to reflect the same on the Excel sheet. Here there are only 5 values, but what if there is a case and we have dealing with multiple set of values? Then parameterization works in that cases also, but just that there will be an extra work for us where we have to open the application, open the file, then we will have to check both of them, update the file accordingly to the website. You got my point, right?
Yeah, I got it.
In
Means
that,
every time manually we need to understand how many options are there,
yes,
update our Excel,
yes,
and
if
then run.
decreased, we have to remove the same thing from the sheet. If increased, we have to add it. So instead of parameterization, what we do is we correlate. We correlate in the same way we were dealing with the other dynamic values. See, here, before I gave this, here it was cats, I believe, or whatever, no matter what the value is. Yeah, cats were there. And yes, whenever CSV dataset config is added, either it should be disabled or the file name should be there. If it is enabled and the file name is not there, then an error occurs. Let us just try what happens. So the test is still running. There is an error occurring because the CSV dataset is there and I haven't given any error test fail because a CSV dataset element is there and the file name is empty. So whenever it is added, either the file name should be given or the element should be disabled. So I have disabled the element. Now no error occurs. So what we do is here, instead of parameterization, we can correlate. So we have found the value in 43. What we do, we go into the 42 for the response. So 42, I'll just go into the text mode. We can view the various mode also. We can see the HTML. Okay, in the response, I'll be getting. There is no response in 42. See, this is how our website looks like. So if I just change into the HTML or any of the thing, uh, okay, HTML is working. So this is how the page looks. See here, we can select whatever we want. So I'll just go into the text mode and I'll search for cats. See here, we will have to catch this and correlate. And apart from the value, the left boundary and the right boundary should be constant in these cases. Only cats, fish should be changed. Other things, it should be constant. So I'll take this only, maybe from here till here. I'll take it, I'll copy it, go to the regex texture, just remove the cats and rewriting dot plus question mark. Okay, it's not working. Yeah, now it is working. If it's not working right, just either try to add some left or right boundary or remove something from the left or the right boundary. Then it will definitely work. So see, we got a match count as 10. Nothing but for the first fish, dogs, reptiles, cats, birds. Once the birds is finished, fish is getting captured again. Because if I go into the text mode and go to the response, I can find cats twice. See, I'll just press enter. You can see the green button, I mean green label, right? Wherever you find the match. See, this is the first time and this is the second time. This is no. Yeah, this is the first time. This is the first set of fish, cats, reptiles. This is the first set and this is the second set. That is why the match count is appearing as twice. Instead of 5, that is the reason it is 10. Dot plus question mark. So yeah, the match count is 10. The expression, whatever I have created, is working. Now what I'll do in 42, I'll go to 42, add the same regex expression, copy the expression here, give a name, C underscore selected. I'll give the same name here also. So the template is again $1. The default value is not found. Now comes the match number. See, in all the other cases, in all the before cases, whatever we have done, the match number, we would give the exact match number which matches our value. But here, if I give 1 right, only fish will be selected every time. If I give 2, only dog will be selected. If I give 3, only reptiles will be selected. So whatever number I give, only that value will be selected, no matter how many times I run the test, no matter with how many users I run the test. So I can't give any match number between 1 and 0. In that case, out of all the matches, if I want randomly to be selected, I give 0. Okay? I hope you understood why I am giving here 0 instead of a number between
Okay.
1
So
to
it's
3.
not selecting in order, it's randomly
It's
selecting.
randomly selected. Now,
Mhm.
like in the case of the CSV data set, it will not select according to this. It will select randomly.
Yes, got it.
For random selection, I give 0. And the same thing, Control F, I will have to, no need of Control F because here once, in only one place, the value will be there. So I can just give the syntax directly. So let me just run with 5 users. Yes. See the selected, the first one is selecting dogs. This is the first user. The second one is selecting fish. Let the test. Okay, I gave infinity. That is the reason it is not ending. Okay, I've just stopped it. Let us check for 1 or 2 users. This is the selected. Okay, there is nothing here. See, the first one is selecting dogs. The second one is selecting dogs again. And the third one is selecting fish. So randomly it chooses between the all the matches numbers. That is from 1 to 10. See, this is selecting cats. This is selecting reptiles. So this is how the selection is done when I give 0. Cats, fish again. So whenever I give the CSV dataset config, it is selected one by one in an order. But if I correlate it and give the match number as 0, they get selected randomly.
So what is ideal well doing parameterization or do the
Correlation.
correlation?
Correlation.
Okay.
We can
Okay.
do parameterization also, but as I have just said, if the values are getting updated, then our file which got should also be updated.
Correct. Yeah.
So if I give correlation, right? If I do correlation, there is no need of checking every time whether any value is being updated, and there is no work of changing in the CSV dataset also.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is the reason correlation is done. So here the correlation is done. Now coming to the fifth transaction, product ID, this also have to be correlated in the same way I have done the first one. What I'll do, I just select this, copy it. 44th request, I found it. In the 43, in the text format, I'll go to the response data and just get this. See, this is the first option. This is the second option. And here parameterization can't be done because see, in the first phase, in the first case, user have to select any one of this. Then depending on what the user has selected, this has to be selected, right? So parameterization I can't do in this case. If I do parameterization, what happens? The user selects one by one.
Okay.
Are you understood, right? What I'm trying to say?
This part I don't get.
Okay, I'll tell you. See, here in the first case, the select pet, leave about this. In the select pet case, I can directly parameterize also because I just have 5 options. So either
Okay.
from the 5 of them, the user will select anything. If I parameterize, not anything, one by one. First fish, dogs, cats, reptiles, and then birds. But in the second case, what happens? Depending on what the user has selected in the first case, that subpet has to be selected here.
Correct. Okay.
So,
So second part is a dependent of first part.
yeah, second part is dependent on the first part. So in that case, I can't parameterize because see, if I parameterize, what happens? This fish fourth, in the CSV dataset config, I'll be giving this first 4. Okay. Then dog 6 types, 10 types have been happened. If I give
Correct.
parameterization, what happens? The first user will select fish from here and this from the product type. Then the second user, what he'll do, he'll select dog, but in the subpet, in the second case, he'll be selecting this.
Right.
Okay, you understood my point now?
Yes, I understand.
So in this case, parameterization doesn't work. I will have to do correlation. So here, the same thing, left boundary, right boundary. But what I've told you, apart from the value, the left boundary and the right boundary should be same. See, this is the first option I have. This is the second option I have. The left boundary is same. View product equal to ampersand AMP. This is also same. The value anyway, it should change. Okay. The right boundary should also be similar, right, of all the options whichever I have. But here, my right boundary is changing. Okay, you are understanding?
Yes, I understand.
So in that case, the correlation is same, just whatever value. Okay, I'll tell you. First, let me just copy it. This time I'll not copy any of the right boundary. I'll just copy till the value because the right boundary is changing for all the. Okay, I'll just copy that. I can just remove it. I'll just go to the. We can use the boundary extractor tester also. In this case, what we do is we paste the left boundary here in this table. We paste the right boundary in this table. We do not have the value. There is no need of replacing the value with dot plus question mark. If I just click on test, the values appear. Okay, you understood this tester?
Yes, I understand.
So regex tester, I'll just go here. I will have to remove the right boundary. Now I'll remove the value and instead of dot plus question, if I give dot plus question mark, it fails. Oh, it's passing. Now it will. Okay. If there is no right boundary, this expression doesn't work generally. In that case, I will have to give just dot plus. See, dot plus is also working. If there is no right boundary, if there is only left boundary, then question mark I should not give. Maybe this is considered to be the right boundary. I remove this. This one. If I remove this, then see, it's not working. Okay. So if there is no right boundary, if there is only left boundary, then I will have to give dot plus. If there is both the boundaries only, I will give dot plus question mark. This is the
Okay.
case. Yeah. So there is two matches. My expression worked. Now in 43rd, I got it. So I'll just right click, add post processor, and then the regular expression extractor. I'll just copy the regular expression which I created, C underscore product ID. The template is $1. Match number is 0. The default is not found. Now we'll have to I can do it directly also, but this way also works. You just copy it, paste it in the search bar. Now dollar C underscore product ID. Replace all. So it got replaced here. Now, whatever, depending on the first case, whatever is selected, depending on that match count, this will be selected. So now the fifth transaction is also done. Now coming into the sixth transaction, if I go here, I select cats, I select any one of them, and now this selection has to be done. This also has to be correlated again because parameterization in this case also is not possible. 49th request, I found the value. I'll go to the original recording log. In the 44, I'll just go to the text mode, the response data. See here also, I cannot take the right boundary because it is changing. So I can just take till the value, regex texture.